Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Isra. I'm a holistic nutritionist and I'm very passionate about sharing with you guys what I've learned along the way, whether it be on the physical level or a spiritual level as well. And you'll notice that in my other videos that I do go into the spiritual side of things. But today I'm going to share with you what has worked for me when it comes to overcoming migraines. So to give you some background information, I have had migraines since I was 14 years old. And growing up, my mom was also experiencing pretty debilitating migraines. And if you've never experienced a migraine, just know it is intense and it varies from one person to another. It also varies in the reason why or the trigger why a person can get a migraine. So I'm going to be sharing with you how to identify this trigger. Very important, because this might be very different from one person to another person because our bodies vary. So growing up, I saw that my mom was taking medication for it, and I said to myself, there is no way that I'm going to be taking medication for the rest of my life connected to migraines. And knowing that it is a pain numbing agent, meaning it's not actually dealing with the issue from the root cause. So as someone who is very passionate about moving away from symptom-based kind of medicine, allopathic medicine, which is the mainstream medicine surprisingly, to root cause medicine, to alternative medicine. As a nutritionist, I am going to be researching and investigating to get to that root cause. There's something called the elimination diet. Elimination diet is a diet where you remove certain foods or a food in order to understand if that food has a negative or positive impact on your body. An example of a negative impact would be feeling tired or getting bloated after eating that food. And sometimes that might show up not immediately after, but maybe a couple hours after or a day or two after. That's also something very important to take notice of. You remove this food for about 2 weeks and then you reintroduce it. And while you are in that stage of removing that food, you need to observe your body. It's very important that you do so in order to see if it is having a positive or negative impact. And then reintroducing that food and seeing again, how do you feel after eating that food? For example, some of the foods that might trigger someone to get a migraine is dairy, gluten, chocolate, processed chocolate specifically, that has like the sugar, tomatoes, eggplants, nightshades in general, or it could be oranges, citrus fruits. So it really depends. And then when you've identified that food that might be triggering that lethargy or inflammation within the body, essentially, and then you just see with a lengthy period of time if that is causing your migraine or not. And you might get some positive things with that. You might have less brain fog, which is something that I did notice for myself, where I had less brain fog. I was able to focus more. I was able to tap into my creativity so much more. And my emotions were not wreaking havoc as well, which I don't think a lot of people know the importance of your gut health to do with the production of serotonin, which is to do with your feel-good neurotransmitter. And when you have a migraine, your level of serotonin decreases. And for some people, they feel extremely depressed. Some of the symptoms to do with migraines, they're pretty severe and they make a person unable to do anything. For me, it was sensitivity to light, sound, and full body aches, sometimes burning in the stomach, burning in the chest area, obviously throbbing pain in the forehead, in the sides of the body, sometimes the eye, and it's an emotional, very emotional state to be in. Talking is very difficult. Sometimes there's like an aura around things, but over time, as I've healed my gut, as I've worked on myself, the severity, the intensity of migraines has decreased. So, number one, elimination diet, removing the food causing the migraine. Very important. I can give you all these other recommendations, these herbs. It just won't work if you don't remove the foods that is triggering the sort of imbalance. Now, you can reintroduce them lightly, but very important to allow the body to come back to complete homeostasis where it's balanced within the gut in order for the migraine to not reoccur as often or to completely diminish. And that's what I've noticed. When I've had a balanced diet, I've stayed away from the foods that trigger the migraine, I did not have any sort of migraine. But then when I eat some sugar or dairy, it does resurface again. Number two is to use magnesium. Magnesium is essential for over 300 enzymatic processes within the body. So it's essential. And most people, over 90% of people, are magnesium deficient. I use magnesium glycinate, which is really important for relaxing the body. Magnesium L-threonate is for the brain health, very great as well. I have magnesium L-threonate from NACA, and Symbiotica is a great brand as well. Another one here is this magnesium spray, really amazing. Right before sleeping, spraying it on your shoulders, your neck, the back of your neck, and then on your ankles, your feet, and in the places where you feel tension. And this one from Symbiotica is amazing because it contains other ingredients like reishi mushroom, lavender, aloe vera, leaf juice, DMSO, blue agave, niacinamide, and arnica extract, and a bunch of other ingredients. And it doesn't have a burning sensation. With other magnesium sprays, you might experience that sort of burning sensation. That's what I've noticed. But life-changing, lifesaver to have this, and it really makes a difference, especially during the day. If you're not taking notice or a proper awareness of your posture, it can create tension in your neck and shoulder area. And that tension then translates to more shallow breathing and the increased probability of getting a headache or migraine. So very important to also, that takes me to number three, and that is exercise, movement, yoga, qigong, Pilates, whatever it may be, to remove the tension here, to stretch, to move the head from side to side, take deep breaths in, or to roll the shoulders up and back. And doing this slowly while breathing in and out. The breath is so important in shifting the body from a sympathetic nervous system response, which is a fight or flight or freeze response, to a rest or digest response, which is the parasympathetic nervous system response. And when we're in that restful state, the body can heal itself. But then if we're in this constant go, fight or flight response, then it can create an imbalance in the body, and there's an increased probability of a migraine. So taking notice of your breath, breathing from the belly, expanding the diaphragm, really bringing the breath down into the body. And for some people, there might be resistance. Why? Why is there resistance? Because there might be an emotion that you don't want to feel, or there is some sort of discomfort physically, some sort of pain that is being felt, and then breathing into the body means the pain is going to feel more accentuated. But just know that when you breathe into the body and you oxygenate the body properly, then you're able to release that pain from the body. So really taking that deep breath in. Right now we can do that together, just breathing in through the nose all the way down into the belly, expanding the belly out, and then exhaling out of the mouth. Very, very important. And through the exhale, placing the intention of releasing all that does not serve you. I actually have some meditations on an app called Insight Timer, and there I have free meditations. I'm a meditation teacher of over 7 years. Meditation has truly changed my life. A lot of people have resistance to it because they don't know what meditation is, and they have a misconception of what it is. Meditation is essentially connecting to yourself, slowing down, connecting to the breath. There are many different types of meditation out there, but what's important is doing the meditation or the practice that feels most nourishing and effortless for you. Very, very important, that aspect. Not to force yourself, following what feels right for you. Number 4, I have this Tiger Balm. I really like to use it. It has some sort of like menthol, eucalyptus kind of feel to it. And I like to place it on my shoulders, my neck area in order to release the pain. So it almost like takes away that pain. And I have this pillow, that's weighted pillow that I place on my neck as well if I feel like I need something to freeze the pain or to get rid of the pain. It could be a warm pillow or a cold pillow. I like more of that cooling effect of the pillow, and just placing that on your shoulders will really help you to release or to decrease the intensity of the pain when the migraine occurs. Now, number 5, how to prevent migraines. As I mentioned, the elimination diet, removing foods that are triggering, but also herbs like feverfew or butterbur are really great. Vitamin B2 as well is very great in preventing migraines. So there are formulations out there already with vitamin B2, feverfew, butterbur that you can take in order to prevent migraines. Because migraines can get in the way of you living your life, thriving fully to the fullest. So that's very important to have something that will help you. I personally never tried it, but I found that vitamin B2 has made a huge difference, as well as magnesium, as a preventative measure. Another cause to migraines is atmospheric pressure or the change in weather. And so if that occurs for you, having the elimination diet, removing the foods that are inflammatory, will help the body to adapt. Taking adaptogens like maca powder, reishi, or cordyceps, or maybe astragalus, schisandra, ginseng. All of these are really great to help the body to adapt to the shifting and changing of weather. This will be really important, especially during times when you notice there's an increase in migraine occurrence for you. Hormone changes as well may be the cause of migraines. Those who get it before getting their period, for women who get their period prior to getting their bleed, it's very important to eat more carrots, to have more magnesium. I would recommend at least 2 capsules per day before sleep to help the body. And I drink raspberry leaf tea in order to help with the body to also balance itself. And one last recommendation is to have a high quality probiotic. The one that I'm going to recommend is from Living Alchemy, a Canadian company, where it has pre and post probiotic, and this is very important for feeding the good bacteria in your gut, for adding the good bacteria as well and maintaining it from fermented foods, whole foods, and that means it is better absorbed and assimilated into the body. There are many supplements out there where you can take them, they're very cheap, but they actually don't get absorbed into the body, so it ends up not benefiting your body whatsoever. While Living Alchemy, they really care for organic, whole foods and for it to be of the highest quality for your body. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to comment below. Please like this video, that would mean so much to me, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very, very soon.